the home of the do-it-yourself trucker. When everything goes wrong, you got a Redneckanize. Well, hey, welcome back, everybody. Hey, this is Ed with Redneckanize, and this is Redneckanize, all things trucking and then some. You know, we are live here every Sunday night at 7 o'clock Eastern Time, 6 Central. You can call in at 516-387-1733 and just push 1 to be part of the conversation, or you can listen along live. Also, you can go check out our website, redneckanize.com, and we've got, you know, pictures and events and videos on there too, but links also to all of our social media accounts. And we also have a YouTube channel, which we're, you know, excited and just, you know, flabbergasted about what's going on with that. Getting a lot of reviews, good comments, and lots of views, watch time, all that kind of good stuff, growing, always posting to that channel, and always looking forward to getting the next videos out there to everybody. We always take clips of this podcast and put on there, and then we try to get other videos of other stuff and try to give some kind of visual perspective of what's going on out here on the road for all the regular folk out there that just don't know too much about trucking. And maybe if you're new to trucking and you want to check out what's going on, we've got great videos and links to other YouTube channels that have great videos about what's going on out there in the trucking industry. So there was an article that I saw when I was skimming through, like, you know, trucking news on the Google website and everything. And you know, there's a lot of, you know, I said this before, I don't really talk about the individual scenarios, like, you know, where accident and this and accident and that, and, you know, different things going on like that, because you just don't know the details too much. And I don't, and this one here, I don't know the details, and I don't really, you know, I don't want to dive into the fault of the accident or whatever. There's a video of it. It got caught live on, you know, on social media. They shared it, and it's on the news, and we'll try to get a clip to that for our YouTube channel. But and it was a bad deal. What happened was a cement truck driver was out of control going down a hill into an intersection, and he slammed right into a big truck, and he died. And this here, the article started out, this is on cdllife.com, and it happened over a month ago, and this article here is about what's going on with the case so far now. It says, family of cement truck driver killed in runaway wreck suing 3 companies for negligent maintenance. It says a cement truck driver was killed in a runaway wreck in El Paso last month. Now his family is suing 3 companies they believe are partially responsible for the fatal wreck. On April 14th, 46-year-old Ricardo Moreno Esparza was driving a cement truck on Trans Mountain Road in Loop 375 when his truck brakes failed, sending him crashing into a semi-truck. Esparza died at the scene, and his family is now seeking financial compensation for what they believe was an avoidable wreck. The lawsuit claims that the 3 companies are liable for the crash: RCTL, that owned the cement truck, Aztec Ready Mix, that was using the cement truck, and TNT Staffing, who hired Esparza to drive the truck. Okay. It goes on a little bit more, but I'll just say right there. You claim there's a driver shortage. This is why there's a driver shortage. Why the hell would I want to go work for a company and a carrier that's got all of these deals tied together? This is why drivers go seek, you know, I mean, this company here, they've got a staffing service that's actually looking for drivers. So they're having a hard time finding drivers too, because they actually pay a company to hire drivers for them to drive their trucks, because they either they don't want to be fooled or messed with. You know, they don't want to be, they just don't want to fool with it, or they are bad at it and they really need drivers and they are bad at doing that. And so they have to hire people to do it, to get drivers hired. And as a result of them being bad at their jobs, of maintaining a driver relationships to keep drivers hired so that they can do the job, this is what happens. Now, I knew one guy that did cement trucks. I didn't really know that much about it, but it is a hard job because you only work when the sun's shining. If it's raining or bad weather, then, you know, they tell you to stay home. Now, already you're probably not making that much money to begin with because it's a local job. So local jobs tend to pay less because you're home every night, which a lot of drivers sometimes will take a pay cut to be able to be home every night. But also you get a phone call. Hey, the job got canceled today, so don't even bother coming in. And then that's bad. But here, I mean, not only do you got one company that uses the truck and another company that owns the truck. I mean, come on, man. Then you, above all that, you got a company that hires the drivers. I mean, that's just crazy to me. I think that they should be brought up on charges just for being idiots for that. That's just crazy. I don't understand why that's necessary. We see it all the time out there. We see companies, they lease trucks. They don't buy trucks. So what you see is a big carrier, they got their trucks with, what they're using and all that and all that. So, we see it. We see what they do. They order trucks, the color of their company. They got the logos and everything on there, the specs they want, but they don't technically own the trucks. But they maintain the trucks. And we don't even know how that... See, that's the thing. I don't know the details of that. I just think it's crazy to have 3 different companies being sued because what it looks like here, 3 companies could be at fault. That's what I don't understand. But there is a video here with the crash, and of course, that's crazy in itself because, I mean, he slams right into that truck at an intersection. The brakes failed, and what it looks like is he was out of control, and I think he came down a hill, and then he was starting back up the hill, and he couldn't stop. Already we know cement trucks, they're really, really heavy, especially on the front end. And if the brakes failed at all, I mean, you're talking about a lot of weight in a small package going down the road. So the article continues. It says the suit accuses RCTL of negligent maintenance, negligent inspection, and allowing of use of the vehicle. Aztec Ready Mix of negligent maintenance and inspection, and TNT staffing of gross negligence, reported ABC 7 News. Says the family is seeking financial compensation at a minimum of $1 million and is aiming for a jury trial for the lawsuit. TNT's legal response specifically denies responsibility for punitive damages. We are not, and it's a quote here, "We are not going to comment on an ongoing case. It is very early on, and there are some things that are needed to be looked into," said TNT's attorney in a statement. He also added that the family's lawyer has made some premature comments and unforced accusations or unfounded accusations. When I dove into the report on the ABC7 website, the ABC7 people, they actually filed papers to get the accident report, like Freedom of Information kind of deal, from the DPS office of the state of Texas, and they said we ain't got nothing on it. And then they sent the same kind of request to the El Paso Police Department, and that is still pending. They have not gotten back with them yet on that. I don't, like I said, I'm not real sure. I always thought that a DOT, the DPS, like a state, had to be called, and if it was in a commercial vehicle. That's what I thought. So them not having anything on it just doesn't make any sense to me. But I think what I think they were trying to get to is that, did the brakes fail? Were they worn? What was the case of them failing? Because a lot of drivers will tell you that, there's a lot of different things can happen. They could lose air, which could be not part of the, it'd be not the fault of the brakes, but the system that gives them the power to stop can fail. And so when you have that system fail, it's a chain reaction, and all that. But if they, if they did find that the brakes failed, we don't know. Like I said, I don't know too many of the details. That's why I don't talk about this stuff that much. You don't know that it could have been driver error. The brakes were probably just fine. He just didn't hit them quick enough, or didn't hit them hard enough. That kind of thing. You never know. So, the family must know something if they're suing. But again, my biggest comment is that why you got 3 different companies that are responsible, because one owns the truck, one owns the company, and one owns the driver. The driver is technically, that's just crazy stuff to me. I just, and you wonder why, it's hard to find good drivers, because good drivers ain't going to be working for crap like that. Okay. And I feel sorry for this guy here. I know that he's probably a hardworking man trying to find a good deal. And like I said, I've gone into those situations where you work for people like that you don't, but he probably was a week away from like, if I get this other job, I'm getting out of here. Probably was going through his mind, there in the last week or two, there before the accident. And he was probably saying, you know what, I don't want to work at this company no more, but I got to work here until I find a better job. And that's probably what he's saying, because he's like all of this staffing, and if he has a problem with the truck, okay, and he reports it to the company that's supposed to be in charge of the truck, if they don't do nothing about it, then what's he supposed to do? Then he's supposed to go to the company that he's being paid for, and then that's the other thing. Does he even know that, hey, I'm going to go to my boss, which technically, according to this, the boss is who? T&T Staffing? Is that who the boss is? So he goes to the boss, hey, my truck ain't working right. What do they do? Who do they tell him? What do they tell him? Oh no, you need to go talk to them. And that's, drivers get frustrated when you got to go talk. We're told, hey, get it done. Time's money. Okay, I got a problem. You talk to somebody. You can't talk to that guy. He's not here. Talk to him tomorrow. You can't talk to these other guys because they're not here right now. That kind of stuff. And that's, drivers get frustrated when they go to somebody, employees. If you're a regular employee and you have a supervisor and you go to that supervisor and you say, hey, I got a problem. I need your help. And they say, that's not my job. You need to go talk to somebody else. That's crap. Okay. That's why you want to pay good employees, then have good information when they got problems. That boils down to that is, step up and take care of your people, but to me, it was just crazy that I saw that it was like 3 different companies, because they said that, they're suing 3 different companies. Why are you suing 3 companies? And, they're all involved somehow. And it's just, we, in the world that we're dealing with driver shortage and, poor pay and all that stuff. And you've got 3 different companies. The one company that's doing the job, okay, they should be buying trucks and they should be hiring drivers, but they're not. They're renting trucks from another company, and they're paying another company to hire their drivers. So, what is it? The T&T Staffing thing, it could, I don't know why they would be. This could be where they're just kind of a hands-off deal, where just like a temp service, where the driver went down there and said, I need a job, and they said, we got this company here, and all that, but he hadn't been working that long, because temp services, they sometimes they keep an eye on you for the first month or 2, until you get kind of into the company, and then they kind of release you. But could be just one of those things, not that big of a deal, which is all fine and dandy. But again, if the driver had an issue, the driver went and inspected the truck, found a problem, who do you talk to? Who do you call? That kind of thing. So I just thought that was weird. And like I said, I think that we can do better as drivers. What we need to do is like you're saying, we need to research the people we're working for, and if they're not on the up and up with that kind of stuff, then we need to check them on it. And if not, go work for somewhere else. It's not worth it. Go, and that's another thing, we got to do better at that, and calling out when we see those kind of issues. Think about all the drivers before that were working for those companies, that carrier, and they were like, you know what, I ain't working here. These people don't take care of their trucks. That's another big deal. A lot of carriers, their drivers quit because they're like, I'm not working for that company. They don't take care of their trucks. And then more drivers just go to work for them. So, crazy stuff. But yeah, we're just knocking things back here, and we're having a great time doing it, and we appreciate everybody listening in. This has been a great time for us to podcast. We talk about different stuff. We talk about life on the road. We talk about issues with the government, or infrastructure, hours of service, all that kind of good stuff. And we appreciate everybody listening and chiming in on all that kind of stuff. And like I said, you can check us out every Sunday evening, live, 7 o'clock Eastern time, 516-387-1733. This has been a great night for us, and we appreciate everybody calling in and chiming in and everything. Go check out our website at redneckanize.com, and you can find links to our YouTube channel there, and our Facebook and Instagram and Twitter and everything. You can chime in there also, like I said, and go check out our YouTube channel. That's been a really good thing for us. Subscribe to that, and then you can also view, like, share, comment on the videos. We really appreciate that. And then until next time, you guys stay safe, keep between the ditches, and we'll see you out there on the road.